Word to your mother, boys and girls. It's your boy Sniper Wes coming at you here from sniperpicks.com on Saturday, August 17th, 2024. It is the weekend. Sun's out, guns out. I hope you're all doing something fun. Huge UFC card tonight. I'm actually going to give you 3 UFC leans right here on this video. I'm going to watch the card with some buddies and probably have some beers, and it's going to be a good time. Looking forward to that. As far as everything else, I have a bunch of premium action over at the website if you want to check that out, sniperpicks.com. How we do on the video last night? Well, I think we actually went 1-1-1. I gave you the Fever, who won. I gave you the Rough Riders, who pushed. And I gave you the Padres on the run line, who lost. That was actually a pretty bad pick. They didn't show up at all. Hopefully we do better on the video here for you today. Like I said, you can go over to sniperpicks.com and get yourself a package. We have the Starter, Classic, Premium, and Starter Plus packages in which you can either tail one handicapper or you can tail a bunch of handicappers. You can even tail up to 12 handicappers in one package for the same amount of money you're going to get at a different website. So it's pretty good value there where you can tail 12 different cappers and you can kind of, tail who's hot, not tail who's not hot. It's pretty simple. You don't have to be overwhelmed by it. And tons of stuff going on over there. So I would recommend going to sniperpicks.com and checking that out. I would follow myself on Twitter as I put a lot of content out over there as well at the Sniper Picks. And please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. It does help our analytics. Let's go ahead and get to these free plays because I have a ton of them for you here today. A lot of content. And I know that's why you're here. So without any further ado, I like, on the diamond, I like the Guardians over the Brewers today. It's about a money line minus 110. So we get Bibby versus Peralta here. Bibby's been fantastic. 2.16 ERA, 0.96 whip in his last 3 starts. Peralta, he's been blown up his last 3 times out. He's not all that great at home. Granted, he got blown up by the Braves and the Dodgers, and I think the Braves again in those last 3 starts. So, 2 pretty good offenses there. But still, he's just not that good at home. Cleveland's bullpen, they have the best bullpen in Major League Baseball by far, and it's not even close. So you get Bibby on the front end, who's been fantastic. You get the bullpen on the back end, so Cleveland's going to have grade A pitching the whole game. And I like the Guardians. I think they beat the Brewers today, and it's a pretty reasonable price. It's virtually a pick 'em. So I like the Guardians there. Also like the Steelers over the Bills tonight. So remember, we get Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, the whole quarterback controversy. It's not really a controversy, I guess. Mike Tomlin, he's kind of announced that Russell Wilson's going to be the featured starter week 1. I still think Justin Fields wants to turn heads, though. So, technically they're still kind of duking it out. But he's going to want to see what he can do. And so, therefore, you're going to get a lot of good quarterback play from Pittsburgh. Also, Pittsburgh gave up 20 points versus the Texans last week, so I think Mike Tomlin's going to preach to his defense to play better. And I like Pittsburgh here over the Bills. That's pretty reasonable price as well. The money line, I think, is only minus 120. Same thing here with the Colts over the Cardinals. I think you can get the Colts money line about minus 120, which I like. So I don't know how long Anthony Richardson is going to play for the Colts, but remember the Colts have Ellinger and Flacco behind Richardson. I think another guy named Bean, too, who actually played pretty good last week. So they have a good quarterback room, and they're getting good quarterback play. And we saw what Flacco did with the Browns last year. And remember, the Colts put up 30 points versus Denver last week, so their offense is kind of rolling right now. I think they put up another big number here. I think they beat the Cardinals. Going to roll with the Colts on the money line. It's about minus 120 as well. Speaking of minus 120, you can also get the Edmonton Elks over the Hamilton Tiger Cats, minus 120 on the money line tonight on the Canadian gridiron, which I also like. So you get 2-7 teams facing off here. Bo Levi Mitchell, he was benched by Hamilton, so Taylor Powell, he's going to start for the Ticats. For the Edmonton Elks, Trey Ford, he's looked really good the past couple weeks. So it was funny with Edmonton. They were 0-7. Then Trey Ford comes in, he lights it up, and he leads them to 2 wins. And what does Edmonton do? They're going to bench him. They're going to bring in Bethel Thompson again, which I don't know. I kind of don't agree with. I would just roll with a hot hand. Trey Ford, he's looked good. He's guided you to your only 2 wins of the season, which were the last 2 weeks, but they're still going to go with Bethel Thompson, I believe. But I still like Edmonton, no matter which quarterback plays. Hamilton is just bad, and I think the Elks are going to keep up that momentum of winning the last 2 weeks. It's kind of like they have that adrenaline rush, and I think they're going to keep it up. I'm going to roll with the Elks, minus 120 over the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Also I'm going to give you 3 UFC leans here. So I like Coolabout and Ramos over 2.5 rounds tonight, okay? So Coolabout, he's an Australian fighter. He's of Filipino descent, though, so, he has a diverse background as far as influences and MMA style. But he's a good striker. He's got a background in boxing. He's been improving the ground game, but he does try to go for takedowns, but I don't think he's ever landed a takedown at all in the UFC. So I kind of think kind of just think that he's going to feel out Ramos, so to speak. Ramos actually does want to go to the round, but I don't think Culibao is going to allow that, which is why I like the over. I like over 2.5 rounds between Culibao and Ramos. That's about minus 130. I also like Walker over Junior Tafa. That's about plus 110 last I checked. Tafa's a nice MMA fighter. He's from Australia, just like Culibao was. But he's got a brother, Justin Tafa, but he's kind of a different fighter than Justin. He's a little bit faster, more athletic. He's a good striker, but he goes for knee strikes and kicks and stuff. He does have KO knockout power, but Walker, he's from Brazil and he has knockout power too. He has a brother too. His brother's name is Johnny Walker, which is pretty funny. Not the booze, but Johnny Walker, what a name, right? But Walker actually opened up at minus 150, and now he's a short dog. So the public have been hammering Tafa here, but I kind of agree with the odds makers. I think they opened him up at minus 150 for a reason, and you're getting a guy that opened up at minus 150 at a dog price. So I'm going to roll with Walker here. I think he beats Tafa. That'll be your second UFC lean. I also like Dricus. I like Dricus over Izzy tonight, okay? So it's virtually a pick 'em. It's minus 110. So Dricus is 21-2. Izzy's 24-3. This is the headliner of UFC tonight, the last fight on the card. So, Dricus, he's not the most technically sound fighter, but he continues to move forward. He has great cardio. He has impressive wins. He beat Trevin Giles. He beat Brad Tavares. He can look sloppy from time to time, but Izzy can have trouble with takedowns and stuff. And keep in mind, Izzy's 35 years old. He's getting old. And, takedowns is Dricus' bread and butter. He's going to continue to move forward. And Dricus continues to prove over and over every single fight. And I think he is going to defend the belt. And I'm going to roll with Dricus, get the win over Izzy. And that's going to be your UFC leans and your sports leans in general. I think I gave you 7 leans today. So Merry Christmas. Hopefully we go 7-0. We'll see what happens. I mean, highly unlikely, but hopefully at least we go 5-2 for you. I am Sniper Wes. Like I said, you can follow me on Twitter at these Sniper Picks, and please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It does help my analytics. Sun's out, guns out. Hope you're doing something fun this weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow with some more free plays. Until then, you're on your own. Adios.